Now we move to part B, engage in discussion. You will now discuss a topic with each other. This must include indicating your views, asking each other at least one different question, and answering each other's questions. The topic is small local shops. In Britain, many people like to go shopping in large shops outside town centres. A community group wants ideas on how to encourage people to use small local shops in your local area. Together you are two. Give some details about the last time you went shopping. Discuss some ways to encourage people to use small local shops in your area. Discuss your ideas and put forward your suggestions to the community group. And agree on one or two suggestions on how to encourage people to use the small local shops in your area. I will read this once again. You will now discuss a topic with each other. This must include indicating your views, asking each other at least one different question, and answering each other's questions. The topic is small local shops. In Britain, many people like to go shopping in large shops outside town centres. A community group wants ideas on how to encourage people to use small local shops in your area. Together you are two. Give some details about the last time you went shopping. Discuss some ways to encourage people to use small local shops in your area. Discuss your ideas and put forward your suggestions to the community group. And agree on one or two suggestions on how to encourage people to use the small local shops in your area. Thank you. Candidate A, Candidate B, you may begin your discussion.
Okay. So, where was the last time you shopped?
It was actually yesterday, and I went to the local lumpus shop owned by a family. And they have a really nice combination of assortment that suits exactly what we're looking for.
Oh, and what were you looking for? Because I would like to find some like jewellery, really.
What I was looking at strictly at food. And those kinds of convenience items before we're going off on a bicycle ride. Okay. What I wanted to do is we have a bag full of strawberries, bananas, water, things of that nature, to make sure that we have that in place. So that's exactly what they had. And it was convenient because we could do it in the last moments of it. How about yourself? What was the last shopping experience you had?
No, the last shopping experience was I went to quite a big shopping centre where they had lots of different shops inside it. So it wasn't something local. I had to travel to it. What do you think about maybe stepping up to going to bigger shops, or do you think maybe the London shop is more convenient?
Well, we actually go to one of those big local, occasionally to one of those big suburban shopping centers within the area. And I find when we have some specific higher value items to buy, certain brands within which they specialize, then it's worth a trip. But otherwise, I actually find that the convenience of the local shop and the personal relationship, the personal relationships of the that we developed with the owners within the family, that is a deciding factor for us.
Okay. So how should we then tell for somebody like me that would rather go to a bigger shopping centre than a small London's shop? How should we think about maybe getting everybody to look at your point of view?
My perspective would be to make sure that there is a definite specialization in the items which interest me within this. So I worked with my shop owner to make sure he gets an assortment of food that I was interested in. He was incredibly responsive and has done that. So having it all in that way really worked out for me. Now, for yourself, would you say that it would be beneficial to argue that you're going to save the trip of going to some big suburban or London location, say being in the traffic is something that would really help out in relation to shopping to local
Absolutely,
places?
I agree with you. I think that we should support local. I really do, because they try their best. That is your community. That is where you live, and I would like it to grow.
Yes.
What do you think? Do you think we should tell our community that we should support local business more than going to bigger shops?
I believe that that's actually a very good point. So in order to grow the community organically within where we're living, that would be a major asset to just kind of ask for this. But would you agree as well that by also demanding from the shop owners to provide the assortment which genuinely interests you?
Oh, absolutely. We could
is
go with
also something that's going to be useful.
Yeah, we could maybe suggest to these small businesses to get the whole community involved, and then maybe say, well, to how would you put it, to accommodate whether it be female or male, youngsters or old people, to try and cater for everybody. Because if we just look at local businesses, just food, we're only going to go there for food.
That's right.
We're not going to go there for medicine, or we're not going to go there to go and get a jacket. So maybe if the local businesses broaden, what do you think?
I think that's something that we can present as a proposal within this.
Okay, so we can propose that.
So let's propose the broadening of the assortment that's available, along with the specialization of what's necessary. And a secondary and perhaps a moral point is about developing the community.
Developing the community, absolutely agree with that.
Which means local jobs, local engagement, and a genuine sense of community.
Absolutely agree with you with that.
Now, we could, of course, develop this further and talk about this on several other points.
Thank you. Candidate A, Candidate B, that is the end of your assessment.
Thank you.